Hey everybody, I'm Michelle with Birdie Bloom, and today I'm going to talk about this bag, and it's not vintage, but it was reimagined with a vintage design in mind, and that's what I want to talk about. This is considered a Cashin Carry 22. There are a lot of Cashin Carry 22s and they look very different. There's a lot of different looking ones. There's also some other reimagined Cashin Carries that are not 22s. What 22 means simply is that this bag is about 22 centimeters across in width. And 22, in order to get the inches, you divide 22 by 2.54. 2.54 inches equals, 2.54 centimeters equals 1 inch. And that gives you about 8.66, so about 8.5 inches. That is how big these bags are. And they can be taller. But that's where that 22 comes from, if you didn't know that. So yeah. But this was a reimagined Bonnie Cashin piece, and I want to talk a little bit more about it. I was excited to get this bag. I kind of got it for a really good deal. This bag was made in 2020. I'm not exactly sure what year it was sold. They are still putting out Bonnie Cashin reimagined bags. There are some for sale. We'll talk about those as well. But this one, I was excited when I found it for a really great deal. Got it. I looked on YouTube to see, I don't know, I just wanted to see what people were thinking about it. It has really great reviews on Coach's website. And there was a lady who got another more recent Cashin Carry piece. But hers was the one she was comparing. She was comparing this bag to one of the more recent Cashin Carry designs, which has thinner straps. Here's a picture actually of the bag that she was comparing it to. This one's not available online anymore, but Coach does have a very similar style. It just has graphics, and they were part of the Pride collection, Coach's Pride collection. And so there are a few of those still available online on Coach's website. But she really didn't like the skinny straps, and she thought it was really poor design, but we're gonna actually talk about that because it is original, but so are these straps. So just excites me so much. Okay, I'll talk a little bit more about this bag in a moment, but let's get things started. First of all, if you wanna see more bags of the such, if you go to Vintage Coach Eye Candy, my Facebook group, and you search totes, Coach Totes, or Cashin Carry, things like that, a lot of stuff might pop up for you, or will, because I've actually looked at that, and it does. Things pop up, different colors, so you can see like vintage styles. Not too many people post really modern styles, but there are some of those. One of the other Cashin Carries that Coach recently, fairly within the last couple of years, came out with was the kiss lock ones with the double kiss locks. Oh my God, so gorgeous. And I knew people here that were like having to order them from Australia. Those bags are so cute. They are in the resale market. They're not cheap. They're so cute though, so amazing. They actually remind me of this little lady, one of my Cashin pieces, Bonnie Cashin pieces for Coach, but we'll talk about her again. So in 1991, Coach released like a retro line, and in that was this dinky shopping bag. And as you can see, the straps there are very similar to the straps shown on this Cashin Carry. And I believe a lot of people think, and maybe it did, that this retro make of this bag, the dinky shopping tote, actually came from the original 80s dinky tote. And here's a picture of that. But as you can see, the strap and how it's attached, that leather piece, it's very different. But it's kind of a mix between the Cashin Carry original and this dinky tote from the 80s. So I don't really know what the retro was supposed to show. I will say though, the retro had feet on the bottom, just like this bag, and just like the Cashin Carry pieces did, Bonnie Cashin pieces, they had feet. The dinky tote and from the 80s did not. So maybe it was like a mix between the two. I don't know. I'm curious about that. If you know, that would be great. Leave that information below. But yeah, and in the 80s, as you can see, the dinky tote, the small tote, the standard tote, there were different sizes. But so yeah, that 1991 retro dinky shopping bag, it came, I don't know, maybe it was a mix, but it was like a kind of a redesign, a reimagination even at the time, right? Sort of, pretty much. Okay, So here we have the, this is from a 1963 catalog, Cash and Carry Classic shopping bag. And as you can see, it does have these leather pieces, like the handles are the same, just like this one. They are, they're really thick, substantial, that design, that like leather piece there, how the handle is hooked to the front of the bag. You can also, and that's just a drawing, I know, but you can also see it in this 1965 advertisement that has actually one of Bonnie Cashin's drawings in it. Yeah, that advertisement's from 1965. That is Bonnie Cashin's drawing. You can see that bag. You can see the larger one, what I just showed you, that shopping bag, but then you can also see a smaller version that has these like little leather tabs. So there's that, but I do wanna show you in a book. This is that Bonnie Cashin Chic is Where You Find It by Dr. Stephanie Lake. I don't know that she was a doctor at the time, I wonder, because it doesn't say Dr. Stephanie Lake, but she is. And she's on Instagram, and if you didn't know, she has like Bonnie Cashin's lifetime collection. She was the heir of her estate. So fabulous. She's also a jewelry designer. Fabulous, fabulous. But in this book, we have a picture of some of those totes. So let's see, you can even see there's feet on the bottom on this one, and you see that like leather tab there, and I don't know, just the structure. Now the inside of the bag is not going to be the same, but yeah, the structure there. And here's a larger shopping tote. This is going to be longer. It looks like it's probably about the same width, but I don't have either one of these styles in my own personal possession, but you can see that leather strap attachment. It's the same. So definitely Bonnie Cashin inspired. Very, very, I mean, this bag, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. So in comparison, again, I'll show you the bag that she compared. Has a skinny strap. She didn't like that because she was a tote girl, she said, and she likes the feel of this. All of these bags, which are different, again, they're reimaginations, they all came with straps. And I'll show it to you on, so all of them. I'm pretty sure all of them did, which is cool for those who like that, who want to wear things crossbody. But here in 1966, this I Magnin advertisement. And by the way, all of these old advertisements, they are available on Instagram via Vintage Coach's Flickr account, where you can buy her a coffee if you want to. She's purchased, or she has, I mean, she might have had to purchase subscriptions to do this, but she's done a lot of research and pulling these old advertisements out of wherever they came from and putting them in one place on her Flickr account here to just show you some of Coach's older 1960s, 1970s bags. But yeah, so 1966, this I Magnin advertisement shows a Bonnie Cashin tote with the skinny straps. And as you might recall, it looks very similar to my little, which I have advertisements of this as well, from the 60s, but this little bag, this one has the kiss lock on it. And so you can see, just want to show you her beautiful lining. And this one happens to have that Coach leather tag there, but oh, so pretty. Just look at her again. Okay, I've showed it to you before, but she's worth looking at again and observing. Feet on the bottom, but yeah, just so very similar as far as structure, but yeah, skinny little straps, and that was normal. So some of these newer cash and carry pieces have these skinny straps, and that's where they're pulling it from. It wasn't just like, oh, let's put some tiny straps on these bags. This is how they were designed. So as you can see from that advertisement there, yeah, so cool. Okay, let's see. So this particular bag, the color is Cerese. Again, it came in many different colors, color blocks, pebbled leathers, and they all had different style numbers. 733, I believe, is very specific to the Cerese color. They came with mixed pebbled versus smooth, and then different sizes. You can find larger ones. In fact, I think I saw one actually available still at Saks Fifth Avenue. Here's a picture. It's one of the shopping totes. It's one of the bigger ones, but it has these very similar thick straps with this leather tab. So, and with this particular style, I've seen this in a smaller bag too. If you can see, here's another picture kind of like of the inside. It's very like, cool design. It's a cool design on the inside. It's funky. I don't know. I like it. This one happens to be, it's leather lined, except for this pocket in here. This has that fabric on the inside, but the rest of it is leather lined with a dark kind of burgundy maroon colored leather. It's very, very pretty. But Cerese is French for cherry. I don't consider this cherry colored. I think cherry's red. But it is a Crayola crayon color, Cerese, and they also had, let's see, Vivid Cerese, they had Amaranth Cerese, they had Deep Cerese, and they had Hollywood Cerese. Now, looking at those actual Crayola crayon colors, not that Coach pulled this from Crayola, but I don't know, I thought it was interesting. Looking at them, I think this is more of a Deep Cerese or a Hollywood Cerese color. It's very fuchsia looking, very pink. In my opinion, very dark pink, beautiful though, beautiful. So yeah, Cerese is actually French for cherry. Didn't know that until I looked it up. Something interesting about this bag, in the write-up on Coach's website, that is from a 1969 Bonnie Cashin Carry piece design. Don't think that's really correct. This bag was definitely before 1969. But what's funny is that it also says in here, which this might be more accurate, I don't know for sure. I showed you, I think, some designs from advertisements. I saw advertisements from 1963, so it's very possible it was designed around 1962, but the creed says it's from a 1962 what does it say specifically? Let's look. And it says, this is a Coach bag. It is made of the finest materials, a reimagination of the Cashin from 1962. It was too good to leave in our archives. And these, there's like a 734, which is a color block, 737. There's many, like I said, many other colors and leather types, in this design, and they all say 1962 in their creed. So I think it was just a misprint on Coach's website that it was a 1969 cash and carry design. But either way, I mean, it's not the first and it's not the last time there's going to be some sort of like misinformation there. I don't like this. I never have, but this is normal. And what this says is original glove tan leather in that gold, print. I very much don't like that, but a lot of Coach's bags have that. So I'm glad it's on the bottom though, and not like on the front somewhere. So that's good. But the cute little feet, I'll just compare. These are very, very different, but cute little feet. So yeah, I don't think I wanted to say anything else about this. So we're just gonna, here, I'll show you her in tote form. Again, if you visit Vintage Coach Eye Candy, if you haven't already been there in that Facebook group, or if you have already been there and you didn't know this, if you go to the search tool, it doesn't work perfectly. Like, I will say not every single thing that has been posted will show up, but if somebody has typed any of this information in, whether it be in comments or in the post itself when they posted their bags, like if you were to shop Bonnie Cash or search Bonnie Cashin, or if you were to search tote or things like that, dinky tote, those types of things, those types of posts that are related to that search word will pop up. And so it's a really great thing to use if you're looking for something specific, if you want to see more colors, if you're just curious about researching something. I mean, because we can spend a lot of money on some of these bags, right? So you want to do the research, as much research as possible, just to, you know, maybe see if it's for you. Maybe you'll find somebody who took a picture of them actually wearing the bag. So those are all options. And the longer the website's around, I mean, it's kind of a fairly new Facebook group, but the longer it's around, the more archival pictures we'll have there. So the better searching capabilities it will have. But okay, so cute little toe. Oh my God, she's so cute. And she feels really good. I know she's not vintage leather, but she's really soft, really smooth. I bet you that pebbled leather that these came in was also really nice. I bet you. It was just probably fabulous. So I'll show you her hang tag too. It just says coat. Oh, it does say leatherware. They kind of started putting that back on their hang tags. But cute. Some of the cash and carry pieces came with different hang tags from over the years. But let's see, I am not much for wearing satchels or totes, crossbody. That's not too bad though on my shoulder. There is a convenience to it though if you don't want to carry it. Like if you carry your strap inside your bag and you have to put it over your shoulder. I'm not gonna cross it here on this length, so let's change the length. Oh, the color is just fabulous, isn't it? Oh my gosh. Sorry, let me fix this real quick. Let's make her longer. Strap is kind of thin, but oh goodness, okay. The hardware is, what do they call that? Gunmetal color, that like dark gray color. Wow, I actually don't mind this tote crossbody. So, cute. Okay, I know this wasn't a vintage Coach bag talk, but we did talk about some really epic vintage Coach bags, some Bonnie Cashin pieces. I know I only had this one to show you. I wish I had more of those other originals. I don't, maybe one day, but just so you know, they are out there, they exist. And so did both of these strap designs in these reimagined bags by Coach. So this really lovely substantial strap and this little skinny strap, they both existed and they were by the one and only Bonnie Cashin, her design. And she was fabulous. So I don't know, find these bags fabulous because of it. All right, well, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for more Vintage Coach bag talks. And if you haven't already, join that Facebook group, Vintage Coach Eye Candy, so that you can just peruse those of others. And if you wish to share your own eye candy, do that too. All right, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.